Hi everybody, we're at Red Deer College and I'm here today with Jen Bennett, the chef de mission for Team Ontario. Hi Jen, welcome.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Jen, how are things going here in Red Deer so far?
Oh, they're going amazing. We're having an awesome experience. The athletes, coaches, managers, parents, everyone that's here is having a blast. And what we love the most is everywhere we go, people are welcoming us. They're going out of their way to answer questions, provide their favorite place in town. It's been an amazing experience.
That's great. Jen, I wanted to talk to you a little bit because you're a professor at Humber College in the sport management program. Lucky students there. And as an educator, what do you see here at the Canada Games where people are learning, people are developing and growing?
Well, I know we call this the hidden gem of Canada because we're the only country in the world that does this. And I think what these games do is they provide a platform for people to really experience what the multi-sport games environment is. And we see our teams that often are used to, those single sport competitions and really just being focused on that experience from a field of play perspective. What they get here is they get the interaction with all of the other sports. They get the opportunity to go and cheer on. At Team Ontario, we really push the fact that these athletes are, they're part of the bigger team. And so it's not just our hockey team or a wheelchair basketball team or a speed skating team. It's about Team Ontario. And we're really thrilled to see the fact that our teams have really embraced that. They're out cheering each other on. They're getting to see other sports. They're going to see ringette for the first time. They're going to see wheelchair basketball for the first time. They're going to see biathlon. And they're becoming part of it because they have a connection to those sports.
That's great. And Jen, that extends also back to your students back at Humber. So you have them working on an assignment related to the Canada Games that ties in you being here. Can you tell us a little bit about what your students are working on back home?
Yeah, absolutely. So I teach sport tourism, which really looks at bidding and hosting and the benefits of hosting these games in a community. So why not take advantage of the fact that I'm here and they're able to follow my journey through the Canada Games Council, through the 2019 Host Society, as well as all of the other provinces and territories to get an understanding of the impacts of these games. So not only the economic impact and the money that's generated, they're looking at legacy, they're looking at the social impacts, the cultural impacts, the environmental impacts, and really getting an understanding of a real life example of how these games benefit a community that would then transfer into all of the other sport events that we can bid for.
And speaking of impact, I think we've all worked really hard all together, the council, our teams, the host societies, on making the Canada Games as inclusive as possible. And we like to say they're the most inclusive games in the world with able-bodied Paralympic athletes and Special Olympic athletes all together on one team. Can you talk a little bit about what that means to have such an inclusive group make part of Team Ontario?
Yeah, and it just makes our team so much better. It makes the environment amazing, the support that all of these athletes get, whether you're a para-Nordic skier, you're a Special Olympic figure skater, or you're one of our men's hockey players. They are all part of the team. They all have the same experience. The host society has worked really hard to ensure that best athlete experience and provide everyone with an amazing once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to compete in Red Deer.
That's great, Jen. And last question, most important question, are you having fun?
Absolutely. We are having the time of our life. The opening ceremonies were incredible. When we go out to the venues, people are cheering each other on. One of the coolest things for us is our athletes are out there not only cheering on Team Ontario, but they're sharing that Team Ontario spirit with all of the other provinces and territories. So they're cheering for PEI, they're cheering for New Brunswick when, they're waiting for that next game to start. And I know from the moment our athletes arrived, we had a whole cheer team waiting for them. They got to the airport, they got off that bus, and their games experience started, and they've had nothing like this before. It's been amazing.
So it's been great to have you, Jen. Thank you for joining us. It's been such a pleasure to talk to you today, and it's always a pleasure to work with you and the entire Team Ontario team. Great job, great work. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Jen.
Well, thanks for your support.